having said all of that, Mr. Ford has said to media that in the next election, and he said it here, that he and his party will win a large majority. And some of the public opinion polls, which are lately, I think, they do show a PC lead. The size of the lead, the individual numbers attributed to each party change a little bit. But he's saying that their party's united and that they will win this large majority right across Ontario. So as a Liberal candidate yourself, how would you respond to that?
Well, listen, political leaders will say things, and people who have been following the career of Doug Ford will know that he has been saying things throughout his career that can't necessarily be taken at face value. And I get the importance of wanting to make sure that a team has good morale and feels like its spirits need to be boosted and wanting to put that spin out there. But I've also, as someone who's served in the legislature since 2012, but someone who's been active, as you pointed out, in politics in the Liberal Party for a number of years, I would say that any political candidate or political leader who wants to take for granted the opinion of the people of this province is actually taking a pretty big risk. The people of Ontario are smart, they are focused, they understand what it takes to build a strong economy, they understand what it takes to support a very positive quality of life in their communities. They have hopes, they have anxieties, they know that we've done reasonably well over the last number of years economically. They know that we are building, that we're supporting public health care and education, and again, protecting our environment and building the infrastructure that our province needs. I don't fundamentally believe they want to put any of that at risk. And I think they also realize, when you look at the agenda that our government's pursued over the last number of months, that these are the kinds of policy thrusts, if I can say it that way, whether it's making college or university tuition more affordable for middle-income families and free for lower-income families, whether it's making prescription medication free for every single Ontarian up to the age of 25. Because when you think about it, and I say this as a parent of 2 young kids, in a province as prosperous and as progressive as Ontario, there is no way that parents should have to choose between paying their mortgage or paying for life-saving medication for a young child. That just should not happen. So we've stepped in to help support that kind of positive outcome for the people that we're proud to represent. The people of this province want to see us continue to invest in them, build our talent pipeline, build our talent pool, lure more investment to this province, create more jobs. This is what we're focused on. We want to make sure people are participating fully in the economy. We want to make sure people have every single opportunity to become their best self. That's what we're focused on. And any politician who says 90 days out, don't you worry. I've already measured the curtains in our offices. I've already looked at the paint colors we're going to put up on the walls. We don't even have to have a serious conversation with the people of Ontario. I think that's a politician that's going to get a pretty hard life lesson over the next 90 days, and we're going to keep focused on exactly who we're fighting for, and that's the people of this province, people that we're proud to represent.
We've noticed, because we follow this stuff really closely, that the Premier and some of the people on your team have said this. It's when asked about the opposition, who's going to win the leadership, et cetera, it's not who we're fighting. It's not about who we're fighting against. Right. It's who we're fighting for. Right. So certainly, the government has announced a number of measures that, and the Premier has said. I've been in the room when she says, I believe the job of government is to level the playing field and make sure that no one gets left behind. So these are the types
Sure.
of policy initiatives that the government has announced.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to talk a little bit about what's to come in the government starting on Monday, when I guess the legislature was prorogued yesterday.
Right.
And an announcement came out that there will be a throne speech on Monday.
Right.
I think a number of observers were caught by surprise, because the thinking is that the legislature will sit really till maybe the end of April, first couple of days of May, and the election being June 7th. The writ period has to be 28 to 35 days. So this pressing the reset button now was kind of an interesting development that we honestly, many of us didn't see coming.